It's the E-Commerce Minute, your daily dose of e-commerce, tech, and retail news with your hosts, Bart Mraz and John Suter. The E-Commerce Minute is a production of Sumo Heavy, a digital commerce consulting firm in Brooklyn, New York, and Philadelphia. Find us on the web at sumoheavy.com. It's E-Commerce Minute, episode 226.
In today's episode, the new adorable electric UPS truck.
Aww. UPS has teamed up with electric vehicle manufacturer Arrival to roll out a pilot fleet of electric vehicles in London and Paris. The new lightweight EVs have zero tailpipe emissions, 150-mile battery range, and advanced safety features. And also, they're adorable, but they're not just a pretty face. The aesthetic design also serves as a safety feature. The curved edges give the UPS drivers a wider field of vision, allowing them to have a better awareness of cyclists and pedestrians. This is part of Arrival's focus on equipping the new vehicle with advanced driver assistance systems that improve safety and reduce driver fatigue. UPS certainly isn't the first company to roll out electric vehicles with the hope of reducing carbon emissions, especially in the United Kingdom and France. Last year, both companies made promises to ban all their fossil-fueled vehicles from some of its major cities by 2040 for London and 2030 for Paris. UPS has a long history with electric vehicles, having first introduced them into its fleet in the 1930s and reintroduced modern EVs in 2001. Over the past decade, UPS has invested heavily in sustainable technology. It has invested over $750 million in alternative fuel and advanced technology vehicles. It has more than 300 electric vehicles and 700 hybrid electric vehicles deployed in Europe and the US. It is also to be noted that UPS ordered 125 of the Tesla fully electric semi-trucks, but as reported last week, episode 224 for those playing at home, that project may not see the light of day.
No, I'm just kidding.
Did you see them? Did you see the picture?
Yeah.
They're adorable. They're like
They're adorable.
Some of a Pixar movie. So yeah, not a whole lot to say about this. I just thought the trucks themselves are really cool looking. And again, anything that they can do to save money making those left turns, that goes to the bottom line.
Oh, left turns. Yeah, no, absolutely. I think that's how it should be, right?
It's absolutely how it should be.
Yep, saving money.
It's interesting. Let's talk about the European ban on fossil fueled vehicles. Now, 2030 isn't as far away as it's 2040 is a lot further away. I'll probably be like 30 by then. But in 2030 for Paris, think about that. There are no fossil fuel vehicles on the road. So you can't even have a classic car or anything like that. It's got to be all electric.
I think the classic might be exempt because they're classic or
right, because there's always a loophole.
Always a loophole. But other than that, yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I mean, that's in major cities, right?
Right.
It's not gonna be outside, but
yeah, no, I think you and I will be long on the ground before we see the flying cars and all electric and everything like that.
little Jetsons going on.
Yeah, so pretty interesting. But I love these forward thinking companies that are at least trying to get because what we all know is in the end it saves them money, and what being good for the environment is not only good for the environment, but it's good for their PR and their impression in the general public. So
correct, sir.
All right, got anything else to add to this cute, adorable story?
No. That's about it.
All right, that's your e-commerce minute for today. Oh, we'll see you on the internet. No, see you on the internet tomorrow. Oh. That's it for today's show. If you like the show, do us a favor and subscribe, or leave us a review on iTunes. And don't forget, you can now listen to the e-commerce minute on your Amazon device. Just add e-commerce minute to your flash briefing. And finally, if you have a comment or suggestion, or just want to say hi, find us on social media at Sumo Heavy.
The podcast you just heard was recorded with Anchor. If you want to make your own, download the Android or iOS app completely free from anchor.fm/podcast. That's anchor.fm/podcast.